Good morning, little cougars. I'm not there today. So I'm making this video for instructions for your assignment today. Well, assignments. We still have the same driving question. Um, Today, the biggest thing is that we have a couple of goals that you need to complete before our next class. You need to put your rough draft together and complete your design. So everything, all your text, all your colors, all your photos need to be finished. However, I got some very exciting news. So our nutritionist, she told me that her practice is actually pretty slow right now. She doesn't have a whole lot of outpatient work. She mostly has inpatient work. So she talked to the hospital that she works for, and the hospital said that they would appreciate having the brochures because they just really don't have the time to make them. So she says that a lot of the times they get patients that come into the hospital and they tell them, they come in with their nutritional disease, they diagnose them, and they tell them to come back and they never return. So she says, they have a lot of low income and whatever. So at least going home with a brochure would give them something to look at or some resources to take home with them. So it'd be really beneficial for the hospitals at Providence. So if they like your brochures, they'll actually end up at the hospitals of Providence, which is pretty exciting. Next week, we're going to meet with Franco Lopez. He's a registered dietitian and the clinical nutrition manager for the hospitals under the hospitals of Providence. So we're going to meet with him next Tuesday. So make sure you get your designs completely done. That way, all we have to really focus on is the research component. If you don't get your rough draft done, well, then that's just added work that you need to do. Not only do you have to do all the research, you have to do, the design as well. And we want to try and make these as professional and as best as possible so that they end up at the hospitals. Okay, so that's one of your goals. You also have a foldable that you're going to be working on today. It's on cell respiration and photosynthesis. One of the biggest symptoms for most of these diseases is lack of energy. So you need to know how energy is produced in the body. So you guys have to decide how you're going to manage your time today. The foldable is due next class as you walk in. You also have a team IAC next week. So your team IAC will be on biomolecules, enzymes, abiogenesis, and we'll probably save photosynthesis for another IAC. So you guys need to start studying that stuff. It's all in your notes. I will provide you with a, what's it called? A review next class. But if you guys want to get a jump start on that, you can do that as well. So it's up to you how you manage your time, because I don't really see you guys until, next Monday. So you guys have the entire weekend to work on stuff. So you guys can either work on your foldable all day today. You can complete your rough draft today. You guys can start, studying for your test, but you have plenty of time and you guys decide how you want to do that. Okay. So one thing is that you do need to change your logo. We're not using the Eats with ELO logo anymore. We're using the Hospitals of Providence logo. So there's a bunch of different things. You can use buildings now. You can use, just hospital themes in general. And then, of course, healthy food. And then once you get your patient and the disease, then you can add on from there. But that's one thing. If you were in charge of pictures, editing, that kind of stuff, you need to change the logo. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to the project today, and then you're going to go to staff training, and then you're going to go to benchmark 7, cell respiration and photosynthesis. So it says download the worksheet and complete the foldable. It's worth 10 agencies, so how good your pictures look, how much effort you put into it, whether or not you had, oh, sorry guys. Let's get rid of this. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So how much effort did you put borders around, the headings and stuff like that? It says make sure your answers are clear and it's due as you walk in next class. So I put the 2E textbook chapters that you're going to need. It's on cell respiration and photosynthesis. So you need chapter, 11 on cell respiration. So this is all the stuff that you'll need for the foldable. And then chapter 12 on photosynthesis. So you're going to download the worksheet, and I gave you the layout, the complete layout of how the foldable should look. So you're going to make a trifold. And what you're going to do is, in the middle, when you open up your trifold, you'll have the three sections like this. I need the chemical equation. So I actually provided you the chemical equation for photosynthesis just to give you an idea. So the reactants are carbon dioxide and water, and that yields glucose and O2, oxygen. So you need to write down the chemical equation, and it says draw an example for each part. So I need an example for CO2. I need an example for H2O. And then I need an example for glucose. I need an example for oxygen, just to provide you with, a visual that you can refer back to. I also need to know what is needed in order for that reaction to occur. So you need to read through the chapter and then figure out what's needed and then draw a picture. On the bottom half of the middle of your foldable, you need the reactants for cell respiration and the products for cell respiration. So you need to look up the chemical equation for cell respiration. What you'll notice is that they're backwards. So the products that are here will be the reactants here, kind of, sort of, with an additional part once you're reading through the chapter. But it says do not reuse pictures. You need different examples for each one. So if you drew, I don't know, like a tree or something producing oxygen here, I should have a different picture here, not a tree, something else that represents oxygen. And then I also need what's needed in order for that chemical reaction to occur, and then a picture for that. On the back of your foldable, I've given you a bubble map, and I've given you the word bank. So you need to read through the chapter and figure out where these words belong on the word map. And then this will actually be the front of your foldable. So anything that's in bold, all the bold letters need to be on your foldable. So products for photosynthesis needs to be written out, and then the actual products, reactants for photosynthesis, chemical equation, all those words need to be written out on your foldable. For this one, the entire top of your foldable is going to be on photosynthesis, and then where does it occur, and you need to draw me a picture. And you need to be very careful when you draw your pictures, because there's light-dependent reactions and light-independent reactions, and they occur in different parts. And also for cell respiration, I need the organelle where it occurs, and then a picture of that organelle. So your foldable should basically end up looking like this. The front of your foldable will be all photosynthesis, where it does occur, and then the picture, cell respiration, the reactants for photosynthesis on top, and then the chemical equation for cell respiration. And on the back, you're going to have your bubble map with all the words put in, and then the front of your foldable looks like that. So that's just to give you a general idea of what this foldable should look like. But that's pretty much it. If you all have any questions, you can come in for tutoring. I should have my cell phone on me, so you can shoot me a text. But you guys decide how you want to do it today. If you want to, finish your foldables in class today, or if you'll do that, over the weekend, or if you want to finish putting together your rough draft and, keep editing pictures and whatnot. All right. So I'll see you next class, guys.